Hello guys and welcome to a brand new video. Today I'm here with Arknights Passion Frost episode number 8 reaction, and this is the final episode of this season. So the previous episode, it was a very conflicting episode, and the beginning part of the episode we were like very hopeful about the whole situation. Doctor and Frostnova did fall down into like a like a hole kind of thing, and then they kind of had a conversation. By the end of it, they were rescued by both Rhodos Island and Yetis by working together, and they came to like a temporary, I guess you could say, alliance. Not an alliance, but like like a mutual understanding. And like everything looked pretty good, and it looked pretty positive as to like like we were supposed to be enemies, and we worked together. So it was going in a good direction. And then the second part of the episode happens, where we get to see the Yetis getting involved in like a whole nasty type of a situation, I would say, um, with the LGD, and like like Chen and them kind of using that situation to bring out the raincoat guys, the black cloaks, I think that's what they call them. And so that like the Yetis basically became like a sacrifice for that cause. And like over there, Jen and they are playing another game where they use this thing to bring the black cloaks out so that they can put pressure on Wei later on. But yeah, the Yetis are no more. They struggled up until the end, and they had to die. Frostnova is alive though. They let Frostnova evacuate before that, but it left a bad taste in the mouth by the end of it. So yeah, like let's see what happens, how this season ends. So let's begin. I'll be putting the subtitles and the timer here, sync it to whichever is your preference, and let's get started. All right, here's the countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh boy. Hmm. Right. No, can see. Hmm. Hmm. Oh boy. Yeah, but yeah, they're not going to. Hmm. Hmm. What? Wait, what? Okay. Okay. Wait. Yeah. No, she is going. No, 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 not them. Jen. Damn. Damn. Okay, so Rhodos is here as well. I guess they did say that, like Kelshi was like, yeah, you can keep going. No, I don't think, yeah. Hmm. Whoa. Oh my god. Drones. Ah. Oh. Yeah, she's been using her arts for like. Hmm. Oh yeah, Greater was there. Oh god. Damn! Oh no, she's starting her song. Oh god. Oh boy. Ah, not this again. Oh god. But I guess we do have Blaze with us. She's a flame. She uses flame arts, so yeah, she can like heat the place up, like mitigate it at least a little bit. Yeah. Oh wow. So the wait, so she's more powerful. Oh my god. Damn. Ah. Whoa. Wait, who? Wait, what the? Oh, she froze her so that she cannot unleash. What the hell is this? Like, oh my god. Uh, damn. Oh no. Yeah, because we didn't know that she was like helping. Oh my god, her power is. Who? You, someone who knows. Oh my god. So she saw. Oh, Talula. Yeah, she said like everyone's fighting towards her their belief, so she's doing the same. But oh god. Yeah. Wow, it's not even it's Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, I mean, I've used those. Whoa, 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 whoa. Wait, what? I mean, I think like I mean, we saw like those things appearing over the head. I mean, used her power in the end to protect. Hmm. Oh my god. Oh. No, she cannot. Right, what's happening here? Oh, wait. Bro, you. Oh my god, these people are staying here. Hmm. Okay, what is Alright, so I'm just confronting Wade. And what's happening here? Yeah, yeah. Bro, nah, man. Yeah, yeah. It's like Chen and everyone. Like he's literally okay. Playing your role as one. Yeah, we've always seen that. Hmm. Oh my god. Okay, so what did she see? What did she see? What's it? Oh, Kelsey is here. Oh, Kaze, I think that's her name. What? Gore? Identification code. It's claiming. Oh my god. Okay, that is it. Oh wait. So we didn't really see what. Am I missing something? What did Chen see? I'm guessing like she was feeling like like smelling like some stench or something. She said like the was there like dead bodies or something? Like okay, I feel like I'm missing something here. Um, right. Okay. Anyways, so this episode. Oh my god. Boy, this episode was yeah. Ugh. Ugh. Like what can I even say? Right. So yeah, this episode was the ending for Persian Frost. I do wonder if we're going to have some like like another sequel to this. You know what? Let me just check. Mm, Perish in Frost. If there's any kind of announcement, just a minute. No, I don't think there has been any. No, there hasn't been any announcement still, I guess. Um, but yeah, you know what? I have to say, like I enjoyed this season way more than the first season. The first season was good, but this season like really brought things. And I guess that's how it is for most gacha games. It takes a while for them to properly establish itself. Like I haven't found a single gacha game that is like amazing from the beginning. Like none of them. Every single gacha games that I've played, it takes a while for them to properly like lodge itself as like a like make some connection, like make some what do you call it, like establish the characters properly, make like a backstory for them, and little by little it gets like when we connect with them more, it gets interesting and the stakes are high. Like every single gacha game that I've played, and it makes sense because like unlike anime, where I've seen a lot of anime which is able to completely hook you from the beginning episode, it's difficult for gacha games to do that because like in gacha games you have to properly like because characters are the main, I guess you could say, focus of gacha games. That is why they're called gacha games. You pull the gacha to get the characters, and that is why characters being like the main focus of a gacha game, uh, to establish like a network of connections between the characters and everything, you need a little while. You cannot like make like an interesting hook from the beginning and like completely like it's kind of no, I still haven't seen any gacha game that has been able to do that. That is completely hook you to the story from the beginning, like from the beginning. I have not seen any gacha game like that. I don't think so. No, it gets better and better as we get to like play more and like got to know the story more, and just like that. Season one was good, but there was quite a few things which I guess you could say we were not clear about because it was barely the start. Like we just barely met the characters, and and I feel like people who have been playing this game, they if they saw season one and then season two, they would have enjoyed season one way more than newcomers who have no clue as to what this game is. I wasn't really a newcomer because I did like I said this before, that I played the game up until that certain part. That girl, what was the girl's name? The Misha or something. Up until that part I played, but I haven't played it enough to properly understand and know what's going on, and to properly so for me, season one was good, but now that I have known these characters for a while, I've seen season one. We've established some proper like connections between the characters and everything, and we know that what type of people they are. This season was able to bring that out beautifully, and like they were able to expand on that, and we get to see the whole Lungmen and like the whole thing. And yeah, this season was, I have to say this season was at least like 2 to 3 times better than the first season. And I'm guessing this is going to continue because that's what gacha games are. It gets better and better as you invest more and more time into it. Like every single gacha games, good gacha games that I've played, that's what happens. The first few like section, the first part of the story is a little bit boring, kind of like and then it gets like better and better and better as we move on and on and on, and as we like get more connected to the people, to the characters and everything. Yeah, so I'm guessing Arknights also probably does the same. It's going to get better and better from here onwards. Um, and yeah, that was great. This season was really good. Especially the final two episodes. This episode and the previous episode was especially very good. Like it was probably one of the best. This episode was probably one of the best episodes in this show up until now. And yeah, that was great. Overall, I loved it, and I would like to see more of, you know, more sequels of this as well. Because honestly speaking, I don't have time to start Arknights again. Like I do have an account and it's there. I haven't played it for so long, and like I said, I went up until that part, the Nisha part, or whatever her name was. I forgot her name. That girl, the little girl who was um the one in season one. I think her name was Misha, wasn't it? Something like that. Yeah, I went up until that part. So I honestly don't have time. I would love to play this game again and like pick it up again, but it's just not possible anymore. Like it's too late for me because I have a few games that I play myself, and like unless and until I cut something out, I'm not able to invest time because I have plenty on my plate. So starting a new game seems impossible. And it would be one thing if Arknights was like a completely new game, and everyone was like barely starting. It would have been a different thing. But I feel like it's been gone so long. Like how long has been Arknights? It's like I think it's probably like 5 to 6 years. It's probably ongoing. I'm talking about the game. Um, so I feel like at this point of time, starting this game again is just it's yeah, like in no way can I keep going. Um, so yeah, I'll be waiting for the anime then, to get to know more about these. Hopefully we get another sequel to this. I'm sure it will because like I'm pretty sure the reception has been good for these two seasons. I'm pretty sure this season's reception would be especially better than the first one. So yeah, hopefully we get more, and it'll be nice. And like they've done a really good job as well. Like the soundtrack, the characters, the animations are really good. I love the animations. It has like a certain charm to it, and I feel like this style of animation is very fitting of a show which has a theme like this. So like the animation, the art style is very fitting of a world like Arknights, which has its beautiful as well as its dark parts as well. The art style and the animation really remind me of that. You know, yeah, and like overall, it has been great. I don't know how whether people are happy with this or not, because like I'm pretty sure people who play the game will probably be able to tell better if this did justice to the game story. Since I'm an anime only, I cannot really say anything about that. But as an anime only, I really liked it, especially this season. So I do wonder what the like people who play the game, how they felt about this season or the previous season, whether they like it or not, whether it did justice to whatever the game's story was. I'm sure it did because like it seems like like as an anime only, it seems very good. But again, like I said, I don't know. I'm just seeing the anime. I cannot really say much about the original source material that is the game, how it plays. Like obviously, like obviously every single time, like the game or the main source material will always be superior to the adaptation. Like in most like things, be it anime, manga, light novel, that's usually the case. It's very rare that the reverse happens. because like in a game it has like such big, like such more time, and in a way more way they can express the whole story, unlike anime which has like a certain like a certain time period, like, oh, 8 episodes only, we have to complete this within that. That's why a few things might get lost in adaptation and stuff. That's obviously all the time that's the case, but still, compared to like all the other adaptations, I do wonder if this adaptation did justice. People who have played the game will probably be able to tell that. But for me, as an anime only person, I loved it. I really loved it. That was great. All right. Okay. Now let me switch to a scene by scene way of discussion. Excuse me. Goddamn. Okay. So this was the final, like the final episode. We got to see Frost Nova, and this concluded this arc, I'm guessing. But something new happened in the end, as we saw. Like they said something about like Chernobog's core is like something. I'm going to go and read that part later. But like, so a new problem has started, I'm guessing. Hopefully, like that we get a new season because of that. But anyways, in the beginning part of the episode, we get to see the Rhodes Island. Like they are like transporting their people, the people who have died, and everyone. Like they're transporting them back. Doctor was there. Kelshi comes in, and here Kelshi asks him that, like, what will you be doing? Will you be looking through this up until the end, or will you can come with us? But obviously, we know that that's not going to happen. Both Ami and the Doctor want to look through this up until the end. Right. Here's an interesting thing that happens. Doctor kind of tells Kelshi that Amiya said that Rhodes Island needs trust, and Kelshi says, "Don't look at me like that. I know you better than I ever wanted to. You will never have my trust, just as who you once were never afforded me any." Right. So that is an interesting conversation they had. So Keishi is saying that before having amnesia, Doctor never trusted her. So that's why she's like, I'm not going to trust you as well. Like, okay, so I don't know. I guess we obviously, like, since he has amnesia, he has no idea what type of person he was before. So like it's probably very surprising. Like, I'm pretty sure the Doctor was surprised here when he realized that maybe their um relationship wasn't that good before, and that's why Kelshi is so cold to him. But anyways, Kelshi is like, what you need is like an operator trust. You don't need to have my trust. So if you are doing that, then that's all well and good. You don't have to think about me. Um, okay, I do wonder what happened. Why did the Doctor not trust her before he had amnesia or whatever? Again, there's a lot of mysteries involving the Doctor. We still don't know who he was, what's going on, what was his past, and all that. Who knows? He like this is the thing. I said this before. He has amnesia. We don't know whether his previous self was a good person or not. But like, I guess we can kind of deduce that he was a good person because Amiya also knew a Doctor from before, and like looking at her and how she speaks with Doctor and everything, and we know that Amiya is a person who has a very good sense of justice. So the fact that Amiya is nice to Doctor and always like uh very concerned about him and shows like concern for him makes me think that, yeah, definitely before amnesia, Doctor was also probably a good person. You know, Otherwise, why would Amiya treat him like that? If a Doctor was a bad person before, Amiya would hate him. I'm sure of it. So the fact that Amiya has a good relation with Doctor after amnesia makes me think, yeah, maybe, yeah, not maybe, but I'm sure he was a good person. But there probably was some kind of a, like a, I don't know, like something going on, some kind of a, what can I say, like an bitterness between Doctor and Kelshi. That is why Kelshi probably is like this towards him. I don't know. Anyways, um, so that was that. Now next we get to see Frost Nova talking to Mephisto, and Frost Nova obviously is, like sad about the fact that all this happened. He feels sad. She feels sad for Mephisto as well. And she was like, I would have loved to hear you singing, but Mephisto's like all completely gone. His head is not there anymore. It's just, just. And then Frost Nova's like, all right, you guys take Mephisto and go. They're coming. The road's silent. And the union members went like, no, like we made a promise with the Yetis. We're going to take you and bring you back to Patriot. But, Frost Nova's like, no, you go ahead. Like make a promise with me that you'll take care of Mephisto. Go. I'll stay here. And yeah, they leave with Mephisto while Frost Nova stays there. So Anya, Greythroat, Doctor, and Blaze, these four, they venture inside that place to have the final confrontation with Frost Nova. While all of this is happening, over there, Chen is like going to that place, that little tunnel place. And Swire had made some like some guards to guard that place so that she cannot come in, but she's like, move, like, I need to see what's going on. And she like forcefully goes in. While all this happening, yeah, Doctor and his group comes and confronts Frost Nova. So obviously the first thing that they say is like, come Frost Nova, come with us, like you said that you'll come with us, like you're our ally now, so come with us to Rhodes Island. But obviously everyone knew like this is not going to go that easy. Frost Nova's like, and you can see like those like particles were like floating beside her, which showed us that yeah, she's too far gone now, her infection. Right. So the battle starts. Frost Nova's like, if you can defeat me, then I'll listen to you. And at first she attacks, shoots like Greythroat. Greythroat dodges and shoots her back, and then she starts singing. Now, obviously, the singing is like this is like the most powerful like power that she has, and yeah, the whole place starts like getting blasted with ice. Everything like starts freezing. Blaze is there, so that's one good thing because Blaze uses fire. So Blaze could kind of mitigate this, but it's still not enough to mitigate, everything. Everyone's still freezing, even though Blaze tries her best to kind of mitigate the cold. Um. Anyways, okay, so all right, then this whole section, like the whole battle sequence happens. Like Amiya uses her power to stop her attacks and everything. And you can see Ami was trying to use Unleash her power, but Frost Nova comes in and freezes her rings so that she cannot break one of them. And that prevents her from using any of her true power. And yeah, but Blaze is plenty strong herself, So Blaze starts fighting against Frost Nova. Greythroat starts backing her up by providing cover fire. Okay, here they kind of talk about Ace for a moment. Frost Nova talks about Ace, about how he was there, and she saw him, and all that stuff. So yeah, obviously, so I guess it was previously confirmed. If you remember in season 1, there was a section where everyone got to feel that Ace probably died. Like they were like in the helicopter or someplace. I remember that whole thing. So it was pretty much confirmed that Ace died, but it wasn't properly said or properly conveyed. But today's episode, like literally, like Frost Nova told us that yeah, Ace is no more. So there you go. Okay, so right. So here after that, Frost Nova starts talking about Tallulah, and she says like how Tallulah has changed. How like she is not really the same Tallulah anymore. And she also says in the end, if you remember, she says like the Union doesn't need her anymore. Like, so you guys defeat her, and yeah, and then in the end, you can see that Frost Nova's like almost like she cannot, like she's bleeding from the mouth. She cannot keep going. But Frost Nova's like, I'm going to listen to you if you're able to defeat me. And here's a section where Amir kind of talks about what Rhodos Island is, and this is one thing that's very, I guess you could say, interesting to hear her look or the way she like sees Rhodos Island and how Rhodos Island actually is. As she says, there isn't really a leader. Each and every one of them have their own belief that they're fighting for, and then they're doing that, like, fighting for their own beliefs. So that is why there isn't really a leader which is leading them. They're like all independent in their own way. Yeah, obviously, I guess you could say there is a leader. Army is technically their leader, you know, but not in that sense. Like, oh, whatever Army is going to say, you have to listen to it, otherwise, like that kind of thing. Unlike Reunion, where Talula is literally the law or whatever, whatever she says, they have to listen to it or whatnot. Unlike that, like the whole situation with Amia is very different. Rhodes Island, yeah, Amia is their leader. She will obviously lead them. Amia and Doctor is going to lead everyone. They're going to give them orders to do, like, what they have to do. But it's not that they are like absolute or something. That is what Amia says here. Like, there isn't really an absolute, like, like a leader, whoever is going to say everything, and you have to listen to that. Everyone's fighting for their own beliefs and their own goals, and as long as they're true to that, you know, Rhodos Island will be Rhodos Island. They'll accept everyone. And you know what? Thinking about it, it is a very good, I guess you could say, way of, like, the way Rhodos Island operates. This whole thing is very, I guess you could say, very good way they move forward. Like their whole principles of working. Like Amia said, there's no leaders. Everyone's working for their own beliefs as long as they're true to that. It's such a good method, but at the same time it's very difficult to pull off, unless until you have like a leader whose word is absolute, and it's just like how Union is. A lot of problems happens. But if you're able to pull this off, the thing that Rhodos Island is doing is the way Amia said that, yeah, there's no leader. Yeah, I am the leader, I do tell them what to do, but I'm not absolute, neither is Doctor. So if it works, if we're able to actually make something work like that, that is actually very, I don't know what to say. It's such a very it's a good way of, like, like, of an organization running. But like I said, it's very difficult to pull this off, because obviously, like, like, not everyone is the same. There might people might in the organization might sometimes, like, like, they might change. If some person becomes bad and they start working for something wrong, then they'll have to deal with it. And unless and until you have a leader who's like absolute, revolt and, like, going against, that whole thing might happen. It might get fragmented into, like, a lot of things can happen. But if they're able, like, the fact that they're able to carry on like this, like, is very good. Again, like, like, I'm sure, like, their way of operating is literally as Amia said. There's no leader. Yeah, Amia obviously leads them whenever there's fights and stuff and tells them what to do. That happens. However, there's no absolute leader that, oh, you have to listen to this person, otherwise, like, that kind of thing. I don't think there's a thing like that. However, I'm sure that, as Amia said, as long as people keep working for their belief, like, or what they believe in, like, then everything goes smoothly. If you start walking towards the wrong path, I'm guessing the whole Rhodos Island, they band together to stop them. Like, it probably operates in this method. That is why there isn't really a leader, but at the same time everyone's, like, united. I don't know, but it's a very interesting way they proceed with their, like, the whole thing. That also makes, I guess you could say, people a lot more, like, everyone who's working in Rhodos Island and working for Rhodos Island, makes them a lot more, I guess you could say, happier and free. Unlike Reunion, where you can see that, but, like I said, everything has, like, their pros and cons. The pros about, like, having a organization like Reunion, where, like, one leader's word is absolute, is that as long as the leader is good, or as long as the leader is working for the correct cause, they'll be very strong. But once the leader starts walking the wrong path, then that is a mess. And that's exactly what's happening with Reunion. As Frost Nova says, Talula was not like this. She was just like Amia, but she changed somewhere. And in the end, like Frost Nova says, that Union doesn't need her anymore. That is why she has to step down, and you guys will have to do it. So that is the pros and the cons. Like the cons is literally that if the leader becomes someone who starts walking the wrong path, then who will stop that leader? And that becomes messy, just like how Reunion has become now. It's gotten messy over there because Talula is walking the wrong path. Um, Anyways, in the end, Frostnova says that if you're able to defeat me, I'm going to unleash everything. I'll fight alongside you. But obviously, at that point of time, everyone realized that this will be the end of Frostnova. And yeah, Frostnova starts singing, and it was crazy. The whole place is like blanketed with ice, and like those like particles were like on top floating, and they were like, we have to persist for a while. She doesn't have much strength left. She'll stop soon, but we have to survive up until that. And you see, like there was like a section where all those like particles on top, they drop on them on the Rhodos Island. Yeah. And here, for a moment, you can see Amia unleashes her power. Those like little things that she makes. Every single person here, they're on top of the head. She probably makes that, which helps them survive. And yeah, okay. So they were able to survive. Obviously, they didn't win the battle, but they were able to survive. And Frost Nova, like, is all like out now. So they quickly come to Frost Nova, and yeah, obviously we know, like, it's pretty obvious that Frost Nova won't survive after this. Like they still try to make her like come with them, and but she was like, yeah, like it's all up to you guys now. So later on, they move on their own journey, on their mission. But Doctor's like, I'm going to stay here for a moment and bring her back. And yeah, and this is where, like I said, this is where Frostnova says that she's just like how Talula used to be. But I'm sure that little rabbit will be able to walk a different path. Yeah. And in the end, the doctor is like, come with us. You stay, like, you be with us. We're going to heal you back to health, and then you can fight with us. Um, yeah, but Frostnova was like, like, it's not possible. This is the end for me. He tells Doctor to take Talula down, and yeah, says that, like, this is a very I guess you could say important thing that she says here. She says that Reunion doesn't need her anymore. So yeah, obviously, like I said, the problem with Reunion is that the leader is walking the wrong path now. I don't know what type of organization Reunion was before, when Talula was walking the right path. Maybe it was just an organization that protested against the injustice, against the infected, and that's what it did. But then Talula started walking the wrong path, maybe, and this happened. Like, they went to the extreme, and that is why she's saying Reunion doesn't need her anymore. Like she said, like this statement, like, kind of like magnifies the like the problem in Reunion, that Talula's the one in the wrong here, not the Union. So the Union doesn't need her anymore, and that's why you bring her down. She doesn't say like bring down Reunion. She says bring down Talula. So there you go. And then in the end, obviously, like Frostnova was, can I please touch me with your bare hand for my final moment? And she does that. Doctor touches her, and she's like, oh, at the end of my life, I'm finally able to touch someone, without them getting, like, yeah, without them dying. And she says, like, this is the same way Patriot, like, accepted me, even though there was a lot of problem. He still accepted me. Mm. Yeah, and then you can see that she's like, yeah, you know what? Now I'm a part of your organization. I kept my promise, and I'll fight along with you now. So go ahead on your journey. Yeah, and then she dies after that. Oh my god. Right. After that, we get to see, like, we suddenly switch to like another scene where we get to see Chen coming in, and Swire is trying to stop her from going in, but she goes in like regardless. Okay, like this part, I was saying like this part is kind of, I feel like I wasn't able to. Something went above my head. They don't really show us what she saw, but I feel like I don't know. I feel like maybe I'm missing something. I probably would have been able to guess what she saw, but since I'm not able to, I feel like I'm missing something. Or is it actually they didn't show anything and it'll be revealed later what she saw? Yeah. If it's not a spoiler, let me know. Yeah, so she goes in regardless, like, and here we get to see Amia is like in front of the, like, like Chief Wei's, like, that, like, that place, talking to the receptionist. These guys come in, those officials, whatever their name is, I don't know their name. And as always, they're like completely, like, like nasty towards the infected. And they're like, oh, an infected is here. Infected not shouldn't stay long over here now. And an infected should not stay here for long. Lungman has been known to devour people. And Amia says, like, thanks for the tip, but I love how the reception is like, calm down, calm down. Uh, um, when the land eats, it isn't picky about who. Yeah, that's true. Like, what are you on about? Anyways, they go on their way while over there, Chen is going towards that place. Okay, so she's like, this smell. She looks down and they don't show us what she saw. Like I said, I feel like, okay, you know what? Let's move on. I'll see. Like, she does say a few things to Wei. I'm gonna go and read that part. But before that, Amiya confronts Wei, and Amiya's like, I have something to say. I have come to, like, take out, like, like, get out of the contract. Like, I'm here to, like, yeah, cancel. Yeah, cancel. I wasn't able. I'm able to cancel my contract. Okay. So after that, we see Doctor bringing Frost Nova, carrying her back, and Blaze says that Blaze and Greythroat were talking, and Blaze says that after seeing Doctor's eyes, I was able to trust in him. And yeah, they talk about Frost Nova, about how her, like, resolve and determination was very similar to Faust as well, because Frost Nova, Greythroat saw Faust's last moment, and Greythroat says, in that fight, I was able to feel the pain of the infected, and I want to stop these from happening again. That's why I'm going to stay. And Blaze is like, yeah, I was surprised. I thought that you were going to leave, but the fact that you're saying, is good. And Greythroat helps Blaze up, and Greythroat says that, like, you know what, like, if I didn't save that person, that little girl, would you have forsaken me? Asks Blaze this question. While over there, Amiya's talking to Wei, and Wei's like, oh, I think our whole situation is pretty beneficial to each other, isn't it? But Amiya's like, no, you just used us. Like, I know what you're doing. And Amiya says that, you know what, I can see what you're doing here. Like, but I've been able to realize this, and after seeing the way you operate, I can say this, that our goal isn't really to win or stop the reunion. Our goal is to stop the injustice that is happening. We're going to save everyone, or at least try to do so, up until what we can. And that everyone includes everyone, every single people here, be it the reunion, be it anyone else, So that is why your method of operating goes completely against our way of operating. And that is why I've come to cancel the contract. Here we go. She says, like, if we were the only ones you kept in dark, I wouldn't have come. We're not the only ones you're hiding the truth from, correct? Okay, and then we switch to Blaze and Greythroat again, and Blaze says like, come on, like obviously not. Like if you didn't save that guy, I still would have saved you. You know, it's not about being infected or not. It's about being a person, a human. And we're all humans here. Okay. Yeah, Amya continues. The LGD, the citizens of the Langmen, the infected of the slums, the refugees from Chernobog, and even Reunion, they're all living and breathing people. Their lives shouldn't be guided by things they know nothing about. And Wave says, I would think playing your role is far more important than recognizing it. Bruh, what type of. What? Damn, that is an interesting statement he makes here. Playing your role is far more important than recognizing it. So ignorance is bliss. Is that what she's saying? That's what he's saying, I guess. He's like, yeah, just play your role as the actors that you are on the stage. You know, you're not supposed to realize or understand your role. You're just supposed to play it. And I mean, it says people are not chess pieces. Yeah. And yeah, I mean, it says with that logic, then even if we eradicated oripathy, the land will never get rid of conflict. True. Rose Island has not only taken the side of the infected, but we fight for everyone who lives in these lands. Yeah. And you know, this is the difference. Again, like I said, I talked about the difference between Rhodos Island and Reunion. This is the difference. As Amia says, like, we haven't really taken the side of the infected. We have taken the side of the people. Unlike Reunion, which has taken the side of the infected only. And that is the reason why they can kill everyone so heartlessly without even batting an eye. You know, and not Union, I would like to say, again, it's Tallulah. Like, as Frostnova said, like, bring Tallulah down. Union doesn't need Tallulah. Tallulah's the one who has been doing all of this by making them, like, you know, like, because unless and until your leader is like a good person, the organization won't be good. So the leader reflects the group. So since Tallulah has gone in such a wrong direction, Reunion is also in such a wrong direction. And yeah, and this is the difference. You know, like, Rhodos Island fights to protect the people, while Reunion is claiming that they're fighting to protect the infected, while, you know, just like the other people can just in front of the Reunion, the other people aren't even people, that kind of thing. So yeah. Okay, so Doctor comes in front of the Rhodos Island, like, I'm guessing headquarters or whatever, or no, this is the LGD, isn't it? Yeah, this is the LGD. They were going to go out, and the Doctor was there with Frostnova, and everyone, and those soldiers were like, stop, where are you going? And he's like, yeah, he's one of our, like, you know, one of my people. He has died. Okay, while all this is happening, Amia talking to Wei. Chen comes in very mad, and she's like, okay, all of this, you were behind everything. There's no way Lin would have given the order. Why? How could you do something so atrocious? Right. So I don't know what has happened and what she has seen there, but whatever she's seen there, whatever happened and whatever she saw, that was ordered by Wei, not Lin, and that is why Chen is so mad, and that is why Chen is like, Lin would have never said them to do. But we don't know what she saw. Okay. So Wei says, what might you be referring to? Chen says, I remember now, that night when Tallulah disappeared, okay, when Custard took Tallulah away, you were there along with a few of your Black Cloak cronies. Do not rely on your memories, they can get twisted. Okay. And just like that, you offer Tallulah's old man and our mother. Okay, so I see what's happening here. Right. So, okay. So he was like the reason why Tallulah, okay, was taken. Right. So while all this is happening, Kelshi comes in, and Kelshi is like, we have another problem. Fumikaze comes in, and she's like, I gave her the permission to come here. The situation is critical. Kelshi says the war is far from over. Chernobog's core city has broken off and is heading straight towards the Lungmen. If it doesn't stop, I'm afraid a collision is unavoidable. Another thing she says here, the city is constantly broadcasting an identification code. So this actually makes him like surprised. When she said like the crow has broken, he wasn't really even like like that much interested. But as soon as she says that the city is broadcasting an identification code, he actually seems surprised. Yet she says, so you've realized it is claiming that this city belongs to Ursus. Right. And that's where it ended. Okay, so there's a few things that are still haven't been properly revealed, but I'm guessing that'll be in the next season if we get one. Hopefully we get one. Anyways, that was it. That was my reaction to the final episode of Arknights Frost, Patient Frost. Like I said before, I really liked this season, and this was, I don't know, this was much more enjoyable and much more, I guess you could say, better than the first season. But like I said, that's what gacha games are. Gacha games takes a while to pick up the pace and get good. It gets better and better as we move forward. So it's not surprising that this is happening. And I'm sure the upcoming seasons, if we get more or whatever, they'll be even better than this. So yeah, hopefully we get another season. So that was it. That was my reaction. So thanks for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to press the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel or you haven't subscribed, comment down below. Anything you want to say, anything you want to let me know, I'll check them out. And that is it. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next week. No, wait. Oh, what am I saying? It's over. So yeah, that is it. Thanks for watching. Hopefully we get another season. So yeah, see you guys in the next video. Until then, goodbye and have a nice day.